lovely, thanks.
Really good. Boston's a brilliant city.
Yeah. Very exciting.
New England.
Yes.
Well done, you're doing good photography.
Pretty well versed in that.
Yeah. Alright guys, so the deal is, I'm going to ask a couple questions to start with, but there's a microphone right there. So hop in line, get your questions ready, keep it to one question per person, make it an actual question, do not stampede one another. That is frowned upon. And do me a favor, let's be cool to one another. Unless you are at the microphone, squat down if you are physically able, so we're not blocking the people behind us. Very important question to start with.
It is.
What?
I know.
Is it big screen?
Running us on a screen.
Oh, that's us.
We're still amazed by
God,
that.
we're in two places at once.
I know. Very important question to begin with. And maybe one you've gotten before.
Yes.
Could Nebula kick the Doctor's butt?
No.
100% yes.
No. No, he'd laugh her into submission, let me tell you.
Laugh her?
Yeah, she could, there's no way.
She's a cyborg, half cyborg.
But he's faced worse than that.
Yeah, I know, but like she's, you've got a point there.
Yeah.
Okay, coming to this.
Yeah.
Audience participation. Who thinks the Doctor could beat Nebula? Right?
I would like to say though that Amy Pond could defeat them all.
Yeah.
Actually, I mean, a little bit more news here. We recently found out that the next generation of the Doctor is going to be played by a woman. Big news. That's really cool. I'm not going to so much ask if you're surprised or whatever, but just like, I guess, did you ever see kind of this evolution coming, and are you kind of proud to be part of this round of things? Because this is the Moffat era still. Moffat is helping to usher in this. Are you feel a point of pride in being part of this in a way?
Me? Yeah. Me in particular?
Yeah, well, because you're part of the modern incarnation of this. I don't think we could get to this point without you guys.
Oh, I mean, I think it's the coolest thing ever. It's definitely been a topic of discussion for a long time.
Yeah.
Like, we need a female to do this. And a lot of people question whether a female could play the role, which was a bit strange because, of course, an actress can play the role. I don't think it's bound by gender. So, I don't know how much of a part of it I am, but I'm a fan of it.
I mean, did you ever think that this time would come so quickly, Matt? Do you think?
I think it's really brilliant. I mean, I know her a bit as well, and she's a brilliant actress, actress. And I don't know, what I think's good about it is that I think it's good that the show continues to be surprising.
Yeah.
And it continues not to be defined by what we think it should be. And it's just nice actually that someone else gets as much abuse as I got when I was named as the Doctor. But it's just, I think it's really exciting and it's bold, and I think it's what the show needs.
Yeah. I agree.
And I just want to say, pleasure to meet you guys again. Like, seriously, it's an honor to stand here with Matt Smith and Amy Pond. I'm sorry, I would use your name, but you'll always be Amy Pond to me.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
And he'll always be Matt Smith.
Yeah.
The Doctor.
So what's your question?
Yes. Actually, it's not really a question. It's actually a question just for the Doctor himself. In your entire lineup of the Doctor, what was your favorite quote, or should I say, your favorite lines, like in the 11th hour, or when you face the angels, for instance?
In those particular episodes, I always quite liked saying, "Come along, pond," or then "Come along, ponds," or there's anything with the word ponds in it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. What was your favourite quote?
Well, it's simple. Hello, I'm the Doctor. Basically, run.
Yeah. Although I always remember being quite sort of anxious about saying that line. Because when you're saying like basically run to something that's not there, it's quite a weird, it's easy to make it look bad. Anyway, enough about that sort of thing. But yeah, come along ponds, pardon me.
Awesome. Well, it's great to see you guys again.
It's nice to meet you.
And I really look forward to all your other works that you guys are doing.
Thank you.
Guys, girls, Volume 3!
Yeah.
Do you guys tend to keep scripts in your brain, or do you kind of purge them right away? Like, do you remember scripts from a long time ago?
My lines get really bedded into my mind forever.
Yeah.
Because when I come to do ADR, which is like voice dubbing later on, I remember them all. So.
Yeah. That's pretty uncanny. Do you tend to keep them?
It depends on the project, but sometimes with plays often, because you do plays sort of so many times, but some of the lines in Doctor Who used to come and go so quickly.
Yeah.
Because they were so empty as well, Hello.
You guys are awesome.
Thank you.
And I've seen some of your episodes 100 times and still cry like a stinking baby. I was wondering if at the first reads or at the table read, if you got any of the episodes made you cry.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah.
My last episode was a real struggle for me to get through. In the read-through, I remember just howling with tears, and I couldn't get the lines out. And then you put your hand here, and I was like, okay, I can do this. It was horrible, actually.
Yeah, when I tell my son we need another box of tissues from the pantry, he asked me if I was watching Angels Take Manhattan.
Yeah, that was the one that got me as well.
Yeah.
Oh, it was horrible.
Do you ever get misty at anything?
It's rare that I get misty, but I did actually when on my last scene of Doctor Who, and Stephen Moffat, who never cries, he got a bit misty, because we both made speeches, and we both got a bit like, this is the best job ever. But apart from that, it's got to be really, deeply troubling to make me cry. But then, in the Angels episode, that was really tough, really hard actually. In the old graveyard. The old graveyard scene.
Oh God!
Yeah.
I was sitting on a grave, wallowing in my misery, and then I looked over at Matt, and he was listening to The Carpenters, Close to You. I was like, this is not helping.
And it was raining, wasn't it?
It was
a really
raining.
rainy day.
The most dramatic thing ever.
Were you ironically playing the Carpenters, or you were doing that to get into the mode?
Probably the latter, I'm afraid. I love the Carpenters. Is that wrong? I like the Carpenters.
Legends!
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Alan Moore. Hello. Hello.
This question is for both of you. It kind of concerns Doctor Who, but it could deal with just about anything that you've done. I know that a lot of work was into creating a character and getting into the character. But once that character is ingrained in you, you work so hard and it becomes almost second nature, then you go on to another show. How do you keep elements of that first performance, kind of performance, from leading into the next one?
It's a really good question. Kazza?
So, how do we differentiate between characters in different projects? Is that what the question was?
Well, sort of how do you separate it so that way you're not carrying a lot of just one character into your next project?
Oh.
How do you stop being Amy Pond and you go straight?
That's kind of hard because when you play a character for a long time, that you sort of morph into them and they morph into you a little bit. Well, that certainly happened to me anyway. Don't know, I guess. Hopefully the writing of the project does a lot of that for you. You just have to make choices, different choices. I don't know.
Yeah. And the great thing about being an actor, or sort of one of the great things, and one of the bits that I quite like is the kind of element of research and that process of like immersing yourself in a world. And actually, it's one of the great things about Doctor Who is that the world is always changing. So I think what's sort of great and also unnerving about being an actor is that you're constantly moving forward and you're never really having time to settle, so you never stick in one world or one personality or one frame of mind. So yeah, it's like, yeah, you're constantly moving forward, which is good, if that makes sense.
But to add to that, I guess, when the role is so physical as it was on Doctor Who, and the movements of that character are so fleshed out, you're living with it, does that make it harder to separate? Because when you're in that next role, you still have the same body, you're still moving in that same way. Is that harder to separate?
Yeah, I mean, the first person I played after the Doctor was Patrick Bateman, and so they couldn't be more different. But then weirdly, they're both sort of aliens, and you find that, I mean, who was the first person you played after Amy Pond?
It was a Scottish romantic comedy, a regular girl, who was different-ish, but it wasn't like a world apart.
Yeah.
And then I played an American person, and that just automatically made it different.
Right on. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hi.
Hello, Matt and Karen. Thank you for everything that you guys have done. I'm also taking it back a ways. I know you guys both went to school in theater specifically, and that's where you guys got your start. I was just wondering if you ever had any dream theater roles that you ever wanted to do?
Very good question, Karen.
I've decided in the last 3 days that I want to be in Miss Saigon.
That's my favourite musical.
Is it really?
Yeah, I've seen it
I
twice.
saw it like 2 days ago.
In New York.
On Broadway.
Oh my
It
God.
was a matinee.
It is the most amazing. It's sorry. I'm going to
Far
get
away.
musical here. It's right now. But my mum and my sister got me right into it when I was young. It's the music.
I just didn't expect
Oh.
it. Yeah, I don't know if I'll ever get to play the role considering the race of the character.
The movie in my mind.
I used to sing that song when I was training as well. That was my go-to showstopper number.
Who would you be in it though?
The lead girl.
It is somewhat problematic.
Okay, I'll play the male role. We're gonna switch the genders, is what we're gonna do.
Nice.
That could work.
I'll play Buffalo. I'll play him. Cool.
Has there been an attempt at a Doctor Who musical?
No, but there should be.
Because it just really lends itself.
It's sort of, yeah. We would often play musical, and Arthur would sometimes write songs based around a Doctor Who musical because he's a very talented musician.
Although he sliced his hand on stage the other day, and now he can't play piano anymore.
Wow, that's a shame. Not forever.
No, but he had like old Victorian style stitches all over his hands.
Wow.
He did it on stage in front of everyone. He started crying.
He cried on stage.
Yeah.
I broke my finger on stage.
Really?
Broke it, yeah. Just
Doing it?
Well,
Oh.
it shouldn't have happened actually. The other actor was wrestling me, and it shouldn't have taken place. But well, it's a long story. But it was at the start of the play, and I heard it go, and then it all sort of swelled up. And
Yeah, go there.
the show must go on.
Oh my god.
Doctor Theatre kicks in, frankly. I didn't cry, put it that way. Oh, Lord.
Throwing shade.
Yeah.
Poor Arthur, who's not even here to defend himself.
Yeah.
And his mangled hand. Well, I mean, have you injured yourself significantly on the job?
No, I haven't actually. Maybe I need to be a bit more adventurous.
Or smarter. Or they need to be smarter. You're being smart.
Fine.
Yeah. Let's take another one.
Okay, hi. Well, where's this is exciting. Second, okay, Matt, I've listened to like your Doctor Who audiobooks and stuff, like where you've read the books, so like the Jade Pyramid, you actually do a really good impression of Amy. I don't know if you've heard it, but I think it's good.
I haven't heard it. Would love to.
so you can hear it all.
Yeah, you know.
Have it on my phone right now.
God, please God.
I'm sure I could listen to it as this is going on and then find the moment where, like, one of the good ones.
Comes
I'm
out.
gonna give Matt a pass on that, so he doesn't have to perform on stage and create a potential friendship rift right here at Boston Comic Con. Nobody
Maybe
wants
break
that.
something as well.
Yeah. So, but hey, download the audiobook and
Yeah, why
check
not?
it out then. So, thanks.
Doctor. She would say doctor. It'd be like doctor. Doctor. Doctor.
That was the one. When you have to mix it up a little bit, so you'll be like this. Doctor.
There you go.
That was a good one.
Lukewarm.
Really pleased with that.
Thank you, darling.
Really accurate.
Thank you, doctor.
You know, recently there's been in the news, there was like a lot of hubbub because you grew a beard and people saw it in the Crown season 2 promo, okay?
Yeah.
It's all over the media. And then when you shaved your head for Guardians, it was again like a news item and everything. What was sort of the first surreal experience with the media that you recall where people are suddenly like picking apart and looking at these things that you're doing?
God.
Oh, probably for me, like when I first got the role in Doctor Who. I mean, within hours of the announcement, there was journalists outside my parents' house in Scotland. Within hours, and we were like, "What's going on? Do you want to come in for a cup of tea?" Like, we shouldn't do that.
Anything?
Mine was exactly the same, yeah. It was when I got Doctor Who, and it was also, that's why when I found out about Jodie, I rang her, and she didn't pick up the phone, because it was like before the announcement, so I just left her a message going, and I just did the whole song, so she must have been going, what the hell is going on? And I said, it's Matt, call me. But I remember that feeling of being, I don't know, judged before you've done anything. And only in the world of Doctor Who does that happen. And then, you know, once you're part of the family, you're in. But until then, it's like you're an alien. And people would literally sort of shout, don't break it. And I'd be like, oh my God. And in England particularly, there's such a sort of weird, you know, there's a lot of hysteria that surrounds, like it makes like the 6 o'clock news and all the big news shows, and it's a very strange feeling.
But weirdly, it does here now as well.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, maybe not the 6 o'clock news, but it is a big announcement. It is a big news item.
Yeah.
And I think that you guys, and please agree or disagree, I think you guys were really the first wave of that. Like, David got some attention at like San Diego Comic-Con. You guys were the first ones on Entertainment Weekly cover, or Rolling Stone, or TK. So, I think you really kind of got the wave of that American fandom. Did you ever kind of pick up a sense of that? That you were sort of the first ones welcomed in a big way stateside?
Like, do you remember when we were shooting in Central Park in New York?
Yeah.
So we sort of didn't really know that it had such a following in America. And then we came over to shoot in Central Park in New York, and there were all of these people. I mean, like hundreds of people that were chasing us. It was like being in the Beatles or something for a second. We were like, what?
Yeah, bizarre.
Until like we had no idea that was going to happen. It was crazy.
And actually, you know from the time that we spent together really that what we did witness is we saw every year the fan base grow, and we'd come back and we'd do the same sort of event, but we'd see it there'd be more people turn up, and yeah, it was an exciting thing to be part of, because it felt like we were the genesis of it. Yeah, it's cool.
Hi.
Hi, my name is Rachel, and before I ask my question, I want to say thank you for being in Doctor Who, because I just recently had an important surgery on my right hand, and Doctor Who, especially your doctor, really helped like with my healing process, just like making my day so much better. I want to say thank you for that.
Oh, it's really good to hear.
And like the doctor and his companion, like what sort of advice did you get?
It's quite strange, isn't it? Not a lot, really. I mean, you know, kind of David was always there for me and said, look, if you ever need to call me. But it's such a sort of singular, individual experience. You sort of just have, nothing can really prepare you for it. Alex Kingston was quite good, wasn't she? She sort of...
I would just say cryptic things in the style of her character, like, oh, you have no idea what's going to happen to you. Like, what does that mean?
That sounds terrifying.
I know.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi. Question for both of you. When you guys were working on Doctor Who or The Crown or Guardians of the Galaxy, was there anything about your characters that you played that helped you figure out or learn something new about yourself?
I hope not in Guardians of the Galaxy. It's a bit mean. I don't know. I mean, I think the character is really interesting. I had to really research what it's like to have a sibling because I don't have any, and her sort of whole thing is about her relationship with her sister. I think that I relate to her like anyone can relate to her in terms of like feeling inferior and having a complex to do with that. So maybe I understood myself a little bit more in that respect. But no, I think she's quite removed from me, hopefully.
I should hope so.
Yeah.
Unless it's how to reattach limbs or
Yeah.
whatever. That'd be helpful. How about you? Anything?
Well, I suppose with the Doctor, I think as we get older, sometimes in life, we become more cynical. And I think with the Doctor, what I know about him, what I loved about him, is that he's old, but he's not cynical, and he treats things like, if you're with children today, you see them, you know, if they try something or they engage in something or they respond to something, they do it for the first time. And the Doctor does that even though he's 900. So I just think that was quite cool. But then also the Doctors are also inherently quite selfish, which means he's quite successful. I don't know, yeah, there's a lot of things really, with someone like him. He's basically really conflicted. Like all of those characters seem conflicted. Even Nebula feels conflicted to me. Like, you know, she's on the edge of being good sometimes.
There's some good in there somewhere.
Yeah.
She's been abused. Cut her some slack.
Yeah. And she's blue. She wakes up and she looks in the mirror and she's blue and she's bald. What chance has she got? I mean,
I know.
it's tough.
She's been replaced with pieces of machinery. It's
Yeah.
really harrowing and awful.
Yeah.
Do you ever find when you're moving on to other projects that Doctor Who sort of pops up at unexpected times where you're working with someone else, going to focus on The Crown, which is a very different kind of project, historical, I guess. Doctor Who involves history, but where someone starts bringing it up and geeking out and wanting to talk to you about it, or on Guardians of the Galaxy or Jumanji. Does it ever sort of pop up at random times when you're just caught off guard?
Always.
Yeah.
Everywhere. Most days.
More than anything, more than any other show in my life.
I mean, it still defines us.
Yeah.
It's the best. I'll never grow tired of talking about it.
No. I love it. And you know, and it's still exciting, even when like the new Doctor's announced, you're like, I was phoning people high up at the BBC going, you have to tell me who it is. There's a week to go. I want to know. No. Eventually, yeah. But only like 3 days before. And then I was like, you have to tell me. Who is it? I have a right to know. Essentially me. Anyway. And then, yeah, so it still generates that excitement because it can reinvent itself.
Yeah.
You know? And that's what it's done. Again, it's gone, take that. And we all go, some people go, whoa. I'm not sure if I'm ready for that. And then some people go, wow, and it creates a sort of debate among us, which it's relevant.
I'm curious who found out before you who the next Doctor, like, let's say David Tennant. Did he find out before you?
I reckon he probably did because he's on the in with Chris and but it won't have been long before. Look, I text Tennant about it
I just imagine you like,
who is it? He was like, they won't tell me. I was like, damn, they won't tell me.
Hi.
Hello. Good evening. So I have a really weird question.
Good.
What is the most bizarre or inappropriate fan fiction you've ever heard of with virtue and characters in it?
So that is an interesting question, but we're going to keep it perhaps PG, family friendly.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I know of one, but I think there's children in the audience. I'm not sure if I can go there. Yeah. There's.
Not read any.
It's not red. This is one we watch.
Watch? Oh my god.
Yeah, and I was given it for my birthday one year. And it was like, you get the, look, listen. I mean, our show's called Doctor Who. Keep the first word, replace the second word with the word screw, and you get the idea. That's out there.
Those aren't our characters, though.
Well,
It's not. It's not. Horrified.
yeah, I didn't watch it. Anyway, children in the audience saw that, so let's talk about the Daleks.
How about those Daleks? Okay, let me ask you guys. Karen, Matt, if you were to team up again for another project,
It wouldn't be that.
it would. I was trying to segue away from it.
You did well.
Brought it right back.
You did well, bro. I've got this idea.
What projects would it be if you guys were to work on another project together? You ever kind of like sit around thinking like, we should go do like this kind of movie or a TV show or something like that?
Oh, I don't know, but it'd be so much fun to do something together.
I'd love to do something again. It would have to be something funny.
Yeah, because we're hilarious.
Yeah.
Realize that.
That's it, exactly.
I don't know.
Or something, a real kitchen sink drama. That'd be fun.
It'd be fun to write it as well.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
As long as Arthur's character still dies in it. Like,
Repeatedly.
yeah, repeatedly, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I was wondering if you're still mad that you're not a ginger.
If I'm still mad that I'm not a what?
A ginger?
Oh, a ginger. No. Over it.
What do you mean?
Over it.
It's the best hair color.
Are you ginger? Oh, that's good. It is a wonderful, wonderful
Oh,
hair
are
colour.
you ginger?
Oh, I thought you dyed it. Is that your real hair?
Of course.
Oh my god.
What?
This is how internet rumors begin,
Yeah.
Hi there.
Try it.
Hi. My question is, was there ever a scene where you just, since Dr. Who doesn't have any logic whatsoever, was there ever a scene where you had no idea what you were talking about?
The whole episode.
There was one that I still don't understand, and it was a two-parter with flesh people in it. Flesh doppelgangers. I think I just don't, my brain can't expand that far. I think that was my limit.
And it was really cold.
To be fair, that is important information. So I'm glad we got that reminder. Did you ever push Stephen? We'll come back to that. Did you ever push Stephen for like more information on like what is exactly going on here, or whoever was directing that episode?
Never ask questions because it's a world of pain. If you go, the thing is, and then you go, oh no, but now we've just unpicked that bit. Oh no, and we unpicked that bit. I mean, I have to say, season 5 was pretty tight on the logic stuff. That had a real, plan to it. Also, the thing about that particular episode is it was so cold.
Oh my god, it was so cold.
It was so cold. I've never, ever been that cold filming any show after it than that first season. Yeah, that was the second thing, yeah. We were at a castle, which is like a giant fridge, basically, in Wales.
And it was, and all the other productions shut down because there was so much snow, but we kept going.
And then got snowed in on like Christmas Eve. It was like...
Doctor Who doesn't shut down for anything.
No. Yeah. Shocking. Strong names.
And so my question is, which do you think is sadder, when Amelia Pond left or Doctor left?
Amelia Pond. I think when Amelia Pond. Because the Doctor, the thing about the Doctor is, he's not dying. He's not going. He's just, his face is changing into her or into something else. But Amelia was like, that was the end of little Amy Pond. I was really sad when Amy/Karen left.
How was sad when you left? I was there.
You were there.
For your regeneration sequence. Oh, that was really sad. You looked really sad. And then I hung around while you left, and then Peter Capaldi walked into the studio.
Yeah.
And that was weird, because it was literally one in, one out.
That's what it is. It's the same with me and David. You get on there, there's this really sad scene where the actor is really mortified he's leaving, and then you come on and go, whoa, let's blow it up.
Yeah. That's weird.
So you didn't stick around
To watch?
to watch?
No, too weird. And also you want to give the other actors room. Although, my regeneration was, I had like 90 people come in and watch me. Like, the studio next door came in and it was ridiculous. Everyone came to see it, and it was like being in a play. And I was like, what's going on? But, no, David was very respectful, as always.
Yeah.
Took himself off.
Hi.
So my question is for both of you. I know, like Matt, you played the Doctor and Prince Philip on The Crown, which I love. And so, would you guys like to play any other like book or movie legends? I guess.
Yes. Yeah.
Which ones would you play?
God,
Okay, I mean it's already been done, but it's Jack Nicholson's role in The Shining. I want to play that so badly. Amazing.
If you were to do it, would you do it the same as in like, okay, Jack Nicholson did this and now I'm going to do Jack Nicholson, or would you have you thought about changes that you would make?
I don't know, but I definitely wouldn't approach it from the standpoint of doing an impression of Jack Nicholson. I just think it's a really interesting character. And I think there's so many other ways you could take that. I don't know yet, because it would take a long time to figure that out, but it's a cool part.
Yeah.
That'd be cool to watch, actually.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah, we need to
I
make
can
that
see you
happen.
doing it.
Really? Like a crazy person.
Crazy person locked in the house.
You could be Shelley Duvall.
Yeah. And maybe I'll just play the snowplow or something.
The kid on the little bike.
Oh, the twins.
Yeah. Oh, you could be the twins, yeah. Do you? In a little dress.
There's like another statement that could happen right there. The Shining.
Yeah.
Well, you're doing, you just wrapped filming on Mapplethorpe.
He's
the photographer.
He's an interesting guy, I have to say. This guy called Robert Mapplethorpe took a lot of photos in the 70s, but that was strange. I have to say though, I was in New York recently and I was at a restaurant, and this guy, no word of a lie, walked up to me and went, "Hey, are you Matt Smith?" And I went, "Yeah." He said, "I noticed your chin from the other side of the room." And I was with two mates, and they
That's the funniest thing ever.
I was like, "You noticed my chin?" Because I had this hat on, and I was like that. don't know how I got there. There's twins, chins. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I digress. I don't know how I got to that story, but that was my defining moment of New York in that movie. Yeah.
I don't know how we got there, but hi. Hi.
First of all, thank you guys so much for coming out today.
Thank you.
And I wanted to know, how did your experience working on Doctor Who influence your later roles, such as in The Crown and Guardians of the Galaxy?
Well, when I had my first day of filming on Guardians of the Galaxy, I was really nervous because I was like, this is like a big Hollywood film, and I'm not used to this. I know British television. And then I went on set and I realised that it was just the same environment as Doctor Who because it was a spaceship, and I was like, I've got this. I'm the experienced one here. So it just made me feel really comfortable. So yeah, that was really helpful for me.
Was there, do you feel like there was a line of influence from Doctor Who to The Crown?
To The Crown? Yeah, actually. I think weirdly, if you look at Doctor Who or the Doctor or Patrick Bateman or Prince Philip or Robert Mapplethorpe, they're all aliens in their own world. They're all people that don't belong in the world that they're in. And so therefore they become they're aliens. Prince Philip's an alien in the royal family. He's completely different to the rest of them. And the same with Ed.
Cast as an alien.
Yeah, the big chin.
With a big chin.
A recognizable chin.
Well, that's something, isn't it?
Is it ever surreal when you have these moments where it's like John Lithgow played Winston Churchill on The Crown, and you played opposite Winston Churchill on Doctor Who, where it's like, I've kind of been around here before,
yeah. I just love John Lithgow. What an actor he is. What a man. Yeah. He'd be a good doctor, actually.
Oh, he would.
He'd be a good doctor, yeah.
Hi there.
Hi, first of all, I wanted to say both my favorite, and Matt Smith, too. You're my celebrity crush. And my question was, to both of you, what was the scariest episode for you to shoot Doctor Who?
The old silence was quite scary, weren't they?
Because they were tall, too.
Yeah.
Like 7 foot tall.
Yeah.
They'd be like...
Right, sort of windy.
Those were kind of scary. What about the Weeping Angels ones? Those were scary.
Yeah, that's my favourite monster. What's your scariest to watch?
Probably either the angels or big spidey thing.
Yeah. Cool.
Sorry, I'm starting to daydream about that.
So we only have a couple minutes left. We're going to get through as many questions as possible, but hi.
Hi. Oh my god, so I'd just like to say, oh my god, I'm actually here with you two tonight. Hi, I'm Avila.
Hi.
My question is, like, out of all the other characters on other eras where other people are the Doctor, this is for both of you, your characters, which characters do you think would be your characters, like, best friends, like, in other eras with other...
I really like Rose as a character.
I like Rose.
Yeah, she's a great epic companion.
And I like Billy.
Yeah, so she could definitely join Amy Pong's gang. Yeah.
That'd be a good squad. Yeah.
Ace, you quite like Ace, don't you, as a companion?
Random one to fill out.
Ace.
Classic.
Cool, thank you. Hi.
Hi.
My questions were already asked, so I was wondering if you would be a different creature
You've always reminded me a bit of a Silurian.
I knew you were going to say that. They always bandies the Silurian thing around. that I understand what it feels like to have prosthetics all over your face all day. There's no way I'm playing Silurian. So, I don't know what I'd play. Something where I don't have a lot of makeup. My voice is really loud in this, isn't it? No, it's annoying me.
I'd be, if I could be any other character, I'd be the Master, just because it's a good part. Hey.
If you could each choose one person to cast as a doctor, who would it be?
Cool. It's a really good question. Yeah, I always have really good answers for this, and then they hate me.
Well, my one was the guy from The Social Network. What's his name?
Jesse
Eisenberg. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, it would be, I think, you probably don't remember it, but if he was still alive, I think Peter Sellers would have been amazing.
Yeah, spot on. Alright, well finally, just curious, you recently did a video for Guardians of the Galaxy, the Guardians at Burnout, where you got to dance with David Hasselhoff.
It's amazing.
Wow, did you?
So,
yes.
Who was a better dancer, Matt Smith or David Hasselhoff?
Oh my god, that's a tough one. I'm gonna hand it to Matt.
Oh.
I am.
Yes.
You trumped Hasselhoff.
Oh. The Smith over the Hoff. That's a big deal. That's pretty good.
My life is complete.
Well, guys, we are actually out of time. However, Boston Comic Con, go see these guys tomorrow and get some autographs and all that good stuff. Comic Con, thank you so much.
Thanks so much.
That's it.